Alrighty, everybody. Today we are here to discuss our battle plans, the future of this nation, and a few other things. So, first of all, I want to thank our special guest, Black White Freddy, for showing up today. He's been really busy running around doing a lot of things. So I'm really glad that he decided to come here today. Yep, it is a pleasure to be here discussing with the Senate over what to do with this fine nation you have crafted, Freddy. Thank you. See, I crafted it. Anyways, we have a few things on today's agenda that needs to be discussed immediately. And we have a few things on today's agenda that I kind of just figured I'd bring up, since this is a rare occurrence having the House of Senate meet. Now, seeing as Cherry is not here, she has been subsidized by Glitch, and Black White Freddy's filling in as a special guest instead of, one of the other people from the province over there, mainly Foxy, who's no longer with us. But, however, and soon Bonnie won't be here, so we'll probably get another person from the province over there. So yeah. Anyways, first topic of agenda, battle plans. A mysterious rebel force that has no name, no identity, no nothing, has taken over half of Texas. This is civil war. And the other half, us, we need to figure out what to do. Yes, okay. I know that y'all are currently being under attack. But, however, Freddy is right. The most important thing that we need to focus on right now is how to defend this country. I agree. What do you think is likely to happen? Well, if I were them, I just took over the half of Texas, and the other half is a lot more stacked than that half. So, probably what they would do is they would fake a Russian and come in from behind. Okay? So you think they'd fake a Russian and then they'd come up from behind. Yes. Since below is heavily fortified and above is pretty unlikely, I think the most likely place they'd go is from behind. Which, east, south, north, west? I think going in from the north is out of the question. That's where most of our army will be stationed, and where most of our people will be lined up, ready to fight. I think going in for the north is out of the question. The east is also out of the question, seeing as that's where most of the people's houses are, and they could slow down the invaders, and quite possibly even stop them, before they ever reach us. So it's either going to be from the west or the south. Okay. Now, which one of the two is more likely? Probably the south, seeing as, well, you could be quite possibly seen if you go in from the west. So they'll probably fake a Russian and then go up from the south. Okay. And what do you think they have ally-wise? Well, they have the main person. They also have one of the elements known as power, as the other two have been killed or captured. And they probably have some allies that, we don't need. That we don't know of. My most likely guess is they probably bought out the Giants, seeing as we have allocated them once again. Which I think was a bad idea, personally. They were working with the enemy. We had to. Not in that way. Okay. Anyways, I think that they're gonna fake a rush in and then go in from behind. That's the standing theory. And this trap that apparently is gonna happen, I believe I have a theory on the trap. I think, seeing as they were gonna originally try to lure us into the trap, they're probably gonna spring the trap from above or below. I don't think they'll go for above, seeing as our air superiority means that they won't get anywhere up there. I think they probably try to spring a trap from below us, seeing as it's the only area of which we do not have people. Yes. May I ask, where'd you get all these humans from? Come on. While we may be the actual government, there's still over 1 million humans here. We just pulled some of them, disguised as humans. Okay. Alrighty. Now, they're probably going to go in from the bottom, like Funtime Foxy said, because while it's very fortified, it's also, there's no people under there, which means that they have to do no fighting. Which means that they won't lose people trying to go trying to go down rather than going up. Okay, so what do we do to prevent this? Well, if they go in, they're going to go in they're going to fake an invasion, then they're going to rush in through the south and spring a trap on us from the bottom. So I say that we get on high ground, like that, or that, or that, and we have 2 lines, one for the north and one for the south, just in case they try to do anything. And if they do spring the trap from above, we put a force field around us. So that way they can't, even if they try to go above, which is very unlikely. Okay. That is our battle plans for the future. Now, is there anything that anybody would like to bring up before I guess I talk about our army? No one? Okay. I think we should get a army size. We should get one standing army of 35. 35 of our people? Yes. They may... Now, the reason why is because we always just recruit when it's time for battle. And if too many battles happen in too quick succession, we could lose people, and people could lose the will to fight, until eventually we don't have any people to recruit, and then we get swept over. I think we create a standing army personnel of at least 35 that can split to a group of 15 and a group of 20. Maybe even 40 people, if it's really dire and really needed. Okay, that sounds good. Alright, everybody agree with that, along with the battle plan? Okay. If anybody wants to bring anything else up, go ahead, but if you don't, then that's meeting adjourned. I think that's all, Freddy. Okay, meeting adjourned. Well, thank y'all for inviting me to this meeting. You're welcome. I think no, I gotta go. I'm running around doing so many things, seeing as how we have 2 people who very recently became friends, and I'm still a bit untrustworthy, though. I have to keep an eye over them. And a footless head that can't do anything. We're all running around trying to find a house. I gotta go help them. Bye. Bye. So I guess since, I'm out. Okay, guess let's talk a bit about the nations around the world that we should be concerned about since we're here. Okay, I'd like to bring up that the USC is very big. Yes, the United States of Caribbean, formerly known as the United States of America, has gotten pretty big and pretty influential this last years. And there's been rumors that they are the people who started the Mexican Civil War, which Mexico is losing badly and could end splitting up all of Mexico. Yes. Okay. I think what we should do is, let's create a potential enemies list. You put all the people who could become who we really need to keep an eye on. Freddy, we're not a massive country, just remember that. Yes, but I have plans to make that different once we're done with this revolt. What are your plans, Freddy? Mexico's dying. If we fail to take action, they'll split into several different pieces, and the USC can take over from there. I think what we need to do is launch an invasion of Mexico. Really? They control the entirety of not only original Mexico, but all of Central America too. Yes, I know. But, however, goodness, if we can tell Mexico that we're sending in peacekeeping forces to help stabilize them, and then we take care of the rebel groups in the north and invade Mexico. Meanwhile, they are under false alarm, send all their troops to the south, destroying all of the revolts there. Then, by the time they realize we're invading, we've already captured Mexico City, and it's too late by then. Okay? Now, Florida up north. They're a bit of a problem, too, since they surround us mostly. And seeing as we're a landlocked nation, our economy isn't horrible, but it's not like what could have been. Like what Ethiopia kind of was. They're a landlocked nation. Their economy is very good. They have over 100 million people. For what once was. Anyways. So, Florida's stretching themselves thin. The population of over 500 million. They're doing good, but they're stretching themselves out a bit, especially their army. Their economy's pretty good, seeing as they got most of the very, very, very good U.S. geography. There's a whole lot of people who speculate that if Florida had not gotten much of the geography, much of the U.S., they would not exist. But, however, I think that maybe, since Florida is not only dealing with the Canadian revolts and trying to finally finish off Canada, but they're also dealing with the last of the Ohio revolts as well. They're stretching themselves out pretty thin. And it seems like Alaska may try to revolt too. Seeing as the original USA is really only existing in the Pacific, taking over all the islands there, they're pretty weak, but they still have Hawaii, which failed to become a separate nation. And the United States of Caribbean may take advantage of Mexico. I just got word. The UAC is invading Mexico. Uh-oh. That's not good. I think we just do it. We invade right now. But Freddy, the war. Yes, I know the war. Go on, Freddy. You go grab a few people and you march down there. Get as much as you can. Mexico's gonna die. And we need to get a lot of land and sea access. Because Florida's gonna take advantage of this, definitely. If we can get there and we can cut Florida off before they can get anywhere, we may be able to get Mexico City. No, the UAC already has Mexico City. Uh-oh. Go on, Freddy. Go grab people. Go invade. Now. But I don't think it's a good idea, seeing as the rebels go. Okay. Fine. Alright. So, I think the only really other major threat is the Russian Empire. They've gotten pretty, I can't talk, pretty big. Rivaling Florida. Not rivaling Florida, but they're in second behind Florida. I mean, there's a lot of big nations, with Brazil having control over the entirety of South America, and Florida having control of Canada, Alaska, and most of the U.S., except us, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico, which is now under the UAC. And the UAC having control of the entirety of the Caribbean, and probably going to get a lot of Mexico territory as well. We have the French Empire taking over all of Spain, Portugal, all of the lowlands, and taking chunks out of Switzerland, Italy, and Germany. I was going to say the Greek Empire, but that's dead. The Scandinavians, which has the entirety of Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Greenland, Iceland, and the Faroe Islands, as Finland was taken by Russia before they could get there. The Russian Empire, which has Finland, all of the Baltics, basically all of Eastern Europe, which is what caused the collapse of the Greeks. Just all of Eastern Europe, then all of what was Russia, then the Caucasus. Also, they've taken over all of the stands minus Pakistan, and, they've annexed Mongolia, and have taken a few chunks out of China, too. So, yeah, it's not good. They're probably our big threat. Alright? Anyways, I think that's it. I'm gonna go now. Bye-bye. Really hope we win this. Seeing as they're actual elements, we could really lose this one badly. We'll win. Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry, Bendy. We'll win. Yeah, we'll win, Bendy. Yeah, we'll win, Bendy. Don't worry about it. What do you think, Bonnie? We could win. We could also lose. I'm not ruling that out. They have something prepared for not only Freddy, but Jolteon too. Almost certainly. We could lose. But it's not impossible to win. We just gotta fight till the last breath. Don't stress out about it. Okay. What do you mean, mandatory army service? I don't want... What do you... Come on, guys. Yay, army time. Yay, army time. I guess I'll go with you. I wanna go. Me too. Alright, Freddy, I got 8 people. Not good enough. Seeing as the weakest is split between Meta Knight, Chica, and Withered Freddy, I think you're good. Alright, let's go! To war with Mexico. Only time will tell.